Today I'm going to be breaking down the top 10 global songs on Spotify and breaking down some of the good and bad parts of these songs. Heads up that 7 out of 10 songs on this list are rated explicit, so make sure to bring your toddlers. They love that kind of This video is inspired by Beato. Check him out if you haven't. Check out our thumbnails. I'm trying to become him, okay? It's my life goal. Let's get started. Coming in at number 10, we have a reggaeton song in Spanish called Colona, which roughly translates to big booty or girl with a big booty. Okay, I like the synth. It's like what you would call a pluck synth, very short synth, and it's got a delay, so that got all the 16th notes, giving it some groove, even though it's just that one element. Karol G's vocals are always really good. She's kind of the total package of, a very appealing woman to be a pop star and very sultry, nice vocals. Very good at this. I like the way to present this chord progression too with this arpeggio, because the chord progression is very basic. But when you play it like this, and this is actually not that basic. It's got a sus4 there. This Peso Pluma coming in. One thing I don't like about this production is the snare. I feel like the producers of this type of music get really bored. So basically, they're like, oh, I don't want to use the same type of snare again. And this is just one of those experiments that don't work out for me. Ugh, makes me kind of feel a bit gross, that snare. I don't know what it is. I find that this is pretty standard reggaeton, but it doesn't really stand out. It's an interesting mix because it sounds sad, but they're really singing about, in this case, someone having a nice butt. Here's some translated highlights from these lyrics if you want to know exactly what they're singing about. I saw you in a photo and imagined you without clothes. I'd be lying if I'm not crazy to see you with those jeans. You have a big booty. You have a big booty. It's like a poetry reading. This is art. I don't think it's a bad song. I don't think it stands out either. It's just kind of Coming up at number 9, we have Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift, which is actually from 2019, but it's had a big upswing with her record-breaking tour. And also her concert movie just came out. It was huge. It grossed like $100 million very quickly. Okay. You can already tell it's a little bit older just in terms of what type of sounds it is. For a while, these types of snares are very in. It's called tonal snare. Zed used it in The Middle that he produced with Gray, who I think are the production duo that are the most famous for using tonal snares. You can hear that there's a very clear in the snare. Okay. It's a very classic chords. It's the, the 4 chords thing. No, it isn't exactly. But pretty close. Just a nice little chord sandwich to put your nice melodies on. These rolling basses were also really big back in 2019, maybe even a little bit earlier. I just like Taylor Swift's voice so much. It's so relatable. It's not necessarily a technical voice, but it sounds really good and she just delivers lyrics so well. Very similar to someone like Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran might not have the technically most amazing voice. If I were to say who has the technically most amazing voice, maybe someone like Avery Wilson or something like that. Someone who can just, do all the runs and stuff. But it's a totally different skill from just delivering a song really well and writing a song really well for your voice. And I think Taylor is, amazing at that. Speaking of cruel summers, how are you doing? I know a lot of people are struggling with stuff behind the scenes, including myself, and that's why I'm happy that BetterHelp is sponsoring this video. Therapy is easier with BetterHelp. I just love to be able to jump on a call instead of traveling somewhere, which would actually make me not do it. I also had a hard time finding a good therapist near me, but I filled out a few questions on BetterHelp and found a great therapist at an affordable price. It's easy to sign up and get started with a therapist. You can use the link in my description. It gives you 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/RoomieOfficial. If you use it, it helps the channel and it helps you. So it's a win-win. I've had therapists in the past I did not enjoy working with, but with BetterHelp, it's easy to switch to a new one without paying anything extra or any other annoyances. There's real power in talking to someone, and getting your thoughts out of your head can make the biggest difference. If you're having a hard time, like I do sometimes, or you're just looking to improve your life and your thinking in a meaningful way, consider online therapy with BetterHelp. Click the link in the description or visit betterhelp.com betterhelp.com/RoomieOfficial to take the quiz and see if it's right for you. Thanks to BetterHelp, and thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, for real. Coming in at number 8, we have Strangers. This is a major label debut single from British singer Kenya Grace. She had a viral single called Meteor before this. Very similar to Cologne, actually, with the 16th delay thing. Oh, this is nice. Drum and bass. Super relaxing. Love that pad.
It's like deja vu. I swear they sound the same. It's like they know my skin. Every word they say sounds just like him. And it goes like this.
Nice.
Get in your car and you'll need to kiss me. We'll talk for hours and lie in the backseat.
That's so good. Ooh. So a lot of producers have tried to do drum and bass things, and most of the times I think it gets too stressful, but I think this is a really good mix of like having something relaxed in half tempo on top of a really fast beat. It works super well because it's relaxing but still got this like drum and bass beat. I love it. This is awesome. There's also some beautiful guitars over at about 2 minutes.
When it was me and you.
Like, now we're almost in some kind of Billie Eilish land, you know? This is a super cool song. I love this. One of the best made drum and bass pop songs I've ever heard. Atmospheric is probably the main word I would use for this. Even when the chorus hits, there's no crash or any impact really. It just kind of starts. Coming in at number 7, we have Si No Estás, Íñigo Quintero. And this is actually the most interesting song on the entire chart, I think. It is totally self-produced and a total sleeper hit. It was released back in September 2022, and in September 2023, it blew up on TikTok. Okay, got a lot of autotune here in the beginning. Almost sounds like it's gonna be a reggaeton song, which I know it isn't. Instead we get this. It's kind of got a very MIDI sounding quality to the piano, very fake and like kind of like unmixed sounding, but I like it. Just really good vocals. Actually reminds me of Shawn Mendes in some parts. It's got a nice rasp to it when it goes up and stuff. It's a really good vocal. It really carries this kind of poorly produced song, if that makes sense. So the backing vocals are kind of distracting, which you would also probably fix in a more major production, but I like it. It makes it feel more real, you know? So we got G minor, B, D minor, C, sus4. If I were to look at this like a normal song, I probably wouldn't like it. The kick drum sound that goes through the entire song doesn't sound very good. It sounds like muddy and weird. The piano sounds bad and like quantized sounding. There's a number of things that make you like, oh, what the heck is this? But yeah, I think this is a testament to the fact that productions don't need to be great if the song and the vocals are good. I have the chorus here translated. I don't know where I'm going. It's not real. You became just one of many a long time ago, and I hate it when I'm full of this poison and I hear thunder if you are not here. I love that we live in a time where a random song uploaded to Spotify, whatever, can just get TikTok fame a year after release and become one of the biggest songs in the world. Next up, we have First Person Shooter by Drake and J. Cole.
First Person Shooter mode.
Are they trying to do the sicko mode thing again?
Numero UNO, me and Drizzy, this shit like the Super Bowl.
Okay, I think we got a loop here now. Ah, that's a good beat. But yeah, something I don't like that much is when a loop is just one bar like this. It restarts every time like this.
Everybody steppers with fucking and everybody breakfast and
this gets pretty repetitive pretty quickly.
When I show up, it's motion picture block.
It's like, how many times are we gonna hear this exact loop?
I'm about to click out on this shit. I'm about to click.
Okay, it sounds like they do switch it up like in sicko mode. So listen to that.
Hey, I'm about to.
I always like that about sicko mode as a song.
I'm about to click out on
Okay, totally different beat.
I'm about to click, got on this shit, I'm about to click.
I think it's a cool vibe, but just listening to it like this, I get bored. But coming in at number 5, IDGAF by Drake and Yeet. This one might be different though. Okay, starts out with kind of like a atmospheric synth arpeggio. Lots of space and reverb and delay.
Traveling forever.
This starts a lot more artsy. Okay, jazzy kind of. Got a trumpet solo. I mean, so far. There we go. Suddenly.
I put it take up on my neck. Life check in the hit. I signed for a couple million. You only touch 100,000.
Okay. What's going on? All this stuff is happening in this one.
I hate you boy more than I ever did. You rapping my shit that you never did.
So, in a lot of pop music, the basic idea is that every 4 to 8 bars, you switch something out or you change something. And I think that rule is not as hard in rap. The way I evaluate music doesn't necessarily apply to this. I find it a little bit boring. Coming up on number 4 is 3D by Jungkook and Jack Harlow. I really like one of the producers on this song, David Stewart. He's worked with Jonas Brothers, Ava Max, BTS, a bunch of different things.
1, 2, 3. I can touch you through the phone.
Okay. Got like funky, you know? You got a couple 7s on these chords. I don't say that that's jazzy, but it's not as common in pop music. It's cool. I mean, this could easily be on like a Jonas Brothers album. Okay. Kind of reminds me of Justin Timberlake's Senorita a little bit. Big part of it's got to be the electric piano.
I used to take girls up to Stony Brook and steal their hearts like some crook. True story. Now when I hold somebody's hand, it's a new story. All my ABGs get cute for me.
All my ABGs get cute for me? Okay. Guess that makes sense when you're collabing with a Asian artist. I mean, I like it. I think it's a vibe. It doesn't have to be that serious. It's kind of dynamic. It's got a lot of fun melodies, interesting things to pick up on. I got a little lyric highlight from Jack Harlow's rap here. I had one girl. Too boring. 2 girls. That was cool for me. 3 girls. Damn, dude's horny. 4 girls. Okay, now you. It's poetry. It's art. Coming up at number 3, we have Greedy by Tate McRae. I know Tate McRae from her doing YouTube for a long time. I remember she was doing kind of like a vlog type thing and also writing some songs. She had a big songwriting video called I Wrote the Song... And it was a really good song. She has a great voice. Okay, I like that bell sound. Okay.
But I can figure out. I've been next to you all night and still don't know what you're about.
Okay. It's kind of generic, not gonna lie. It sounds like something, like it sounds like that Addison Rae Obsessed song or some Selena Gomez songs. Like, oh, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like Promiscuous. Kind of a throwback. Let's get it up here.
How you doing, young?
I always got the same, like,
that you giving really drives me crazy.
Another 8th notes thing, like.
About the choke. I was at a local word first time that we spoke. Promiscuous girl, whatever you are, I'm all alone, and it's you that I want.
Yeah, totally. It makes sense to reference this for like sensual song, whatever. There's a producer I'm a really big fan of involved in this song as well. It's Ryan Tedder, who's also the frontman of One Republic. The other producer is Jasper Harris, who has worked a lot with Jack Harlow. But yeah, I think this is pretty generic. It's a type of song that is often written for people who are considered not as good singers. And I think that's a little bit of a bummer when it's someone as good as Tate. There's a lot of breathing towards the end of this song, by the way. Those freaking breaths is like, oh. Coming in at number 2, we have Paint the Town Red by Doja Cat. One thing I know about this song is that apparently Christians don't really like it because it's got a lot of talk about the devil. My friend Gabby made a video about that if you want to check that out. I think this is designed to upset people for attention, similarly to how Lil Nas X did with his song. Ah, that's cozy. Sounds like we're gonna get a 2-bar rap loop. Just more than we got in the Drake ones. Okay.
Yeah, I said what I I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let
Dang. Sound selection must be so easy when you do rap, as you have a number of good 808s and stuff.
I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care. I pay.
Catchy.
She the devil.
Okay.
She bad little you rebel.
Some singing. So there's some like fusion. It's not just rap.
It'll take a whole lot for me to settle. She the devil.
The vibe is kind of cozy. You don't think devil when you hear the freaking vibe. It's like, it's got like old men dancing vibes.
My happiness is all of your misery. I put good dick all in my kidneys. This smart junk
Okay.
come with no
Switched off the bass line.
My illness don't come with no remedy. You gon' see me sleeping in courtside. You gon' see me eating 10 more times. Ugh.
G minor,
Take that nowhere. Ugh.
A minor. It was both 7, I think.
Ain't
Yeah.
no sign I can't smoke here. Ugh. Yeah. Give me the chance and I'll go there. Bitch, I said what I
I mean, it works. Very minimal.
rather be famous
It's not bad. This speaks to me a lot more. Maybe because it's infused with pop elements. But yeah, again, I think they could work a lot more with layers in these songs. Just make them build a little bit. Just whatever. Add like a little percussion thing or something in the last chorus. Because my brain checks out. Nothing's happening musically. Coming in at number 1, we have a song with kind of jazzy chord progression. Maybe you can guess what it is just from these chords. It's 7 by Jungkook and Lotso. Let's have a listen. This guitar is a little bit untuned in the very beginning. Definitely on purpose. This beat is what you would call a UK garage beat, getting more and more popular in pop music. It's so funny to me when people do those types of nursery rhyme type lyrics and then go into something really edgy or sexual, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, I'll be f***ing you 7 days a week. You know what I mean? Great vocals on this. This is some of my favorite producers on this. You got John Bellion, Circuit, Andrew Watt, top tier producers, and you can hear it. Everything's amazing. I'm actually not the hugest fan of the synth here. I feel like it gets a little bit in the way. It's fine, but like, it's the one tiny gripe I would have. Also, this is the first song in this entire playlist that I kind of feel like I want to sing along in. This is beat switch up here as well, which is amazing. That's just fun. Okay, I mean, I think that's a banger track. There's so many unique things about this that I really enjoy. I would say that this top 10 was a mixed bag. Anyway, click here for another video where I talk about pop music, and I will see you in the next one. I hope you enjoy this kind of new format, just trying out some things. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.